Hey friends, it's Tanya. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to create a two-page layout and I'm using the Spooky Sweet Specialty Designer Series paper by Stampin' Up. It's a nice thick quality paper. I love these little scenes here, and I know that this is a traditional Halloween paper pack, but I'm going to do something completely different with it. But I want to give you a quick peek at this paper. Look at this one. This one is so cute with the little kitties in the windows. I just thought this is definitely a paper pack you'd want to have in your stash for the fall time. And this candy paper is just a darling. I love this black paper. I like that it has these little tags that you can cut apart, and then the banner strips on the other side. I'm definitely going to use that white tag, and this print I am for sure bringing in on the layout that I have in mind. But what makes this paper really special is it has these two sheets of these cut aparts, and these little die cuts just pop right out, and it makes for easy, perfect embellishing. You don't even need a stamp set. So I am using a sketch by the Creative Design team. It is their Sketchbook Volume 4, and I will leave a link to that in the description box below. I'm going to start my layout by bringing in some white willow cardstock in the background, and then I'm going to bring in this black cardstock before I bring in my pattern paper, because I want to have a 1/4 of an inch border around my pattern paper. This is also going to help my pattern paper stand out from the background a little bit more. I'm going to use this gray pattern paper, which is the back side to all those tags, for behind my photos. There's a lot of black in my photos. I know I haven't showed them to you yet, but there's a lot of black in my photos, and I thought that this gray would go very nicely. It would definitely complement them. For my strips that run across, I'm going to bring in that black pattern paper. That was probably my favorite sheet. And then I am going to bring in the orange pattern paper, which is the back side of those little fun critters. Now I'm also going to bring in a yellow strip because I have yellow in my photos. But before that, I want to use these photo placement cards. These come with all of the scrapbook workshop kits, and I always save them because I love them, because you can play with your photos, the size of your photos, using these photo placement cards, and decide exactly how or what size to cut your photos down. So this just gives it a great visual. You could also use these cards for mats around your photos after you print them. So for that yellow sheet, I'm just bringing in this embossing folder that was in my stash, and you can use any embossing folder that you have to add detail and texture onto your cardstock. One of the ways I like to add detail is adding a little bit of ink along the edges. I feel like this helps draw it in, your layout in. It adds a little separation between the layers, and gives it a much more finished look. And this is just a really simple way to add detail to your layout. I know that I want to bring in 4 of these. Maybe I'm only going to use 3, but I'm going to bring in these circles, and this is with basic gray cardstock, and I'm using this Spotlight on Nature dies. I love these circles. They're different circles. So let me show you these real quick. So you get a whole bunch of circles, and I just like the different details in them. You can get a lot of different looks. So I have used these in so many of my projects. Okay, before I bring in my photos and my embellishments, I want to work in the background. And I pull in a couple of stamps. There is this swirled design, and I really love this. This would be great too, but I love this, and maybe the stars. But I kind of liked these stars on this Creative Haven. And these are just some new stamps I picked up.
but I like these as well. And I think all of these would make great texture for my background. All right, I'm going to start with that one that it kind of reminds me of like tire treads, or I mean, it reminds me of a lot of things, but that's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of this layout. So I'm going to just bring in some black ink, and I'm going to bring this up this side. So I'm going to move this and stamp because I want it coming out from underneath of it, but I want it to be, yes, I love that. Perfect. I think I'm going to have it up here as well. You know what? Let's move these and bring these pieces of paper together. I'll move this over a little bit more. And then I'm going to slide this down like this. Okay. Okay, so I'm thinking that I want this to come out from here, but I want to see a good majority of it. So, okay.
I am going to leave all this stamping in, but speed up the process of me stamping and creating this background. I'm going to bring in several of the stamps from the Swirled Designs stamp set, and I am going to use the black, the basic gray, and a smoky slate gray for the stamping. This is a fantastic way to add texture onto your background, and it just adds so much detail and interest to a layout. Creating my own backgrounds is one of my favorite techniques when creating a scrapbook layout. I thought it would be a good time to mention that this Spooky Sweet paper collection is on the last chance list, so you could pick that up at a discount. And if you're enjoying this process video, would you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel? I am working really hard at growing my channel, and I really appreciate your support. You can find me on Facebook at Scraptastic Creations with Tanya Roberts. And I'll be sure to add still shots of this layout, as well as I will have it up on my Instagram. As always, I will leave links to the products that I'm using in the description box below so you can easily find them.
Okay, I really love how that looks. I am going to go ahead and get this main piece glued down because I can always fill in here and there if I want to add a little more. And then I'm going to glue these pieces probably just at the bottom because I'm thinking I'm not going to glue them completely down yet. I'm just going to glue the bottom parts of this down, and then I can go in and add a little bit more glue because I have an idea. All right, let's bring this circle in that basic gray again. And I'm just going to add some detail onto here in the background. I think it'll create just a little bit more interest. Nice. Alrighty. I know for sure I want to bring one over here. And my title, I think, is going to go either here or here. I'm going to add one over here. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to put one up here or I'm going to put this over here. I might actually do it over here, so we'll see. I have these really cool embellishments. Now, these were cut off of the Cricut, and I was visiting my good friend Jama Malmy, and when we were at her house, she went ahead and cut these for me on her Cricut, and I really appreciated that. All right, let me bring in my adorable grandson. And I'm sorry I can't show his face. My son does not want his son's face on social media, so I have to be respectful of that. But oh my gosh, he's got his little fingers in his mouth, and his mouth is wide open. He's got the biggest smile on his face. So I want to decide how I want these photos. So let's move these out of the way. I think I want this one right here. Oh, I wish I could show you his grin. It's so cute. And I think I'm definitely going to bring in a mat behind these, but let's kind of lay these out. Now, these are very similar. He just has his head like tilted back more while he's laughing or giggling. But I think I want to do, oh, so hard to choose, right? Let's do this one. So I'm going to do this one over here. So I'll have both of these across from each other like that. And then I'm going to bring in, let's bring in this one of his face here. And I'm going to bring in these two little cute ones up here. All right. And then I'll bring this one in over here. Let's actually, I have this dead space right here on his little mat. So let's kind of bring it in over on top of that, like so. And then I'm thinking that I want this motorcycle over here, kind of coming out on here. And then we will put, I'm not real sure where I'm going to put this yet, but I was thinking this could go here. Oh, so maybe I will have like, I really like this circle and I hate to cover it. So maybe I'll just have this down like this. Okay, I am going to bring in these Gears in Texture stamp and die set. They have some really incredible dies and I thought they would be perfect on this layout. And then I love a lot of these background stamps. So I think I'm going to pull in a few of these as well. I cut out several of those dies and I used some metallic silver, some smoky slate cardstock, and some basic black cardstock, and some basic gray. So I'm definitely going to take the metallic silver and I am going to add it in all three of my embellishment clusters. And I'm just going to tuck that underneath. And then I'm going to take this one and I am going to add that into two places. So I will probably add that in like that. And then this one I will add in a little further up here. Nice. Okay. And then I want to add one of these to each one of my embellishment clusters. So I think that I'm going to have a second silver one here, and then I'm just going to add in some gray up here, and then maybe another one down here to fill in that little spot. I'm wanting to add one of these to each one of these embellishment clusters as well, and I'm just going to have them kind of coming out. I thought they will add a lot of texture to a little more texture to my background. I do have a lot of texture and I love that. So I'm just going to add one of these in each spot. And then I thought this chain is so cool. So I am going to put one here. And I love adding a little bit of that silver in each one of these clusters. It's just really cool. It reminds me of the chrome on like the Harley Davidson. So I thought this would be a lot of fun to use. And I cut these little things in as fillers. I wasn't sure which color I wanted to use. So I think I'll start with the gray. I'm going to add one in here and one over here. I'm going to bring these alphabet a la mode dies in for my title. I went ahead and cut my letters out in this pattern paper and then a piece of black. I cut them out twice, and when I glued them together I offset them. So I'm going to do one here with you so you can see. Okay, so when I put them together I am just slightly moving that over and then pressing down. Now, make sure when you do that if you have the orange on this side that you do, and you have them coming down a little bit, the black one down, you do that for all of them. Okay, I glued my letters down, ready to roll. I thought that was pretty fitting for this layout.
I think I want to go ahead and cut some mats, and I'm going to cut those in black, possibly cut a very thin 1/16 of an inch white all the way around, but I don't want to bring too much white in because there's white in the background, and I'm going to have some white on my journaling tag. So I'm going to try the black first, and then if I have to put a sliver of white, I will do that. For my mats, I went ahead and stuck to the sketch. The sketch had just, now my photos are different. I didn't do the same dimension. I wanted these two little ones, but there was a frame behind this one and a frame behind this one. Now, besides changing my photos, I went ahead and added a little bit of a border, so there's a double mat on here, and I really like the way that that looks together with the photos that aren't matted and the ones that do have a mat behind them. Then I also went ahead and I cut these out and put those around as like you would place your gems or your like sequence or something. This has so many super cool, fun little elements. So this is that, and there's an X on there, and I kept that as well, and I have a plan to use that on my journaling. Now this is just kind of like where you, a bolt, so you would stick your screwdriver in. So I really like that. And then I cut a couple of these too, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. Okay, so here's what I did with my tag. I took that, it's the back side of this. It had those cute little tags on there, and I put my journaling on here of my grandson Ezekiel. And this is his 7-month photos, and then I put like his little milestones, what he weighed, and just him babbling and reaching for his toys and just his milestones. So I am going to tuck those in and stick those here. And now that's basically the same as the sketch called for as well. Now these were much higher and title was here, so I just switched that out to make it work for me. Adapt the sketch, adapt it any way you want. It's just a jumping off point, and I really love how my interpretation came out. Okay, here's what I did with those negative pieces out of those little bolts. I thought that was a really fun idea, and I'm just going to give you a little bit of a closer look at all of that detail. I hope you had as much fun watching this video as I did creating it, and as always, hit that subscribe button, and I'm leaving a video up for you right now that I really think that you will enjoy. Till next time, friends.